Okay, and welcome back to another episode of Sarcasm Speaks, and our first one post Baltimore trip. I guess it was quite a fucking trip. If you want to
It wasn't not a trip,
yeah.
so I don't know what else you would call it.
Well, it wasn't a vacation.
No, I wouldn't even know. I
Might be more of an excursion.
It's a trip.
Yeah,
It's literally a trip.
yeah.
I would say I can tell you right now though, vacations are not something that I go on.
No, I'm on vacation right now. Like,
No, but I'm even talking.
I need it. Like, even though I work.
Well, let's
today,
talk about this. What's a vacation?
I don't
Typically,
even
fuck off. Work with me.
know.
Typically, they're relaxing.
Yes.
They're like chances to get away.
Yeah.
Chances like recharge the batteries.
Yep.
You go somewhere to enjoy it. Whatever you
Absolutely.
like doing.
Yeah.
Whatever. What do we do?
Oh, we destroy our bodies.
We fucking absolutely obliterate ourselves.
Yes.
We go to football games, so it's not like we're going to a
Right,
beach
right.
or we're gonna go lay around for a while. Like,
Right. We pick a destination football game.
yeah.
And we go. I mean,
The destinations we pick too are we don't just go to the Miami game every year.
right. We go somewhere that we're gonna have fun. Like
Yep.
last year we went to Nashville, so obviously you go to Nashville, you're gonna get absolutely rocked.
This year we met up with Jones.
This year we
friend of
were
the show.
in Baltimore. Sup, Jones? Thanks for letting us crash your place, by the way. If you're listening right now, you're the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Baltimore was great. Well, yeah, fuck it.
Well,
It
the
was
funny
great.
thing is,
it was great.
Now here's the thing is because I've been to I actually caught myself getting into almost a little bit of a bad headspace because I was like, man, you know what? We didn't really do anything in Baltimore. But then I'm like, yeah, but we went and stayed with Jones. It's a little different. We went and stayed with Jones for a couple nights. So
Right.
where he lived is a little bit outside.
Yeah.
We weren't gonna be out and about because
He is in northwest Baltimore, approaching northwest. It's barely outside the city, but far enough.
But
that
enough
he's not in
outside.
the city. But he's also not full West Baltimore.
No.
Which is where me and Vinny ended up.
Yep. West Baltimore is the fucking hood.
We got lost.
That's where the wire pretty much takes place.
We tried to find a Dunkin' Donuts.
Do you want to? Can we hash this out?
Yeah.
What method did you take to finding the Dunkin' Donuts?
Vinny.
Which was just drive until
Google
you find
Maps. No. It was, we were on one of our phones. Honestly, I forget whether it was my phone or his phone, but we just Googled Dunkin' Donuts.
one. Okay.
And the closest one is the one that we went to. When we got there, it wasn't that close, but the
Right.
closest one on the map is the one that we went to.
Yeah.
When we got there was no Dunkin' Donuts. It was in a mall.
Oh.
There was no Dunkin' Donuts in that mall.
That's how you ended up in the mall.
Yes.
See, I kind of forgot because I had just woken up from drinking all night.
Yeah.
Then I was like, because usually.
Actually, now I remember. So originally I typed in Starbucks.
Yes. That was in the mall.
No.
That wasn't in the mall.
Starbucks was in the Target that was closed.
Oh,
That was
God.
what Vinny kept saying. He said he's never seen a Target closed anywhere in his life before. We pull into this giant parking lot, and there's something that looked like it used to be a Target 7 years ago. It's been closed for a very, very long time. So I was like, oh, hey, do you think the Starbucks would have been in that Target that's closed? And he was like, oh shit, they do that, don't they? And I was like, yeah, I don't think that Starbucks is there anymore.
Okay.
So that's when I said, fuck it, let me just type in Dunks and see if there's one around here. And there was, and it said it was in the mall that was on the other side of the parking lot. So then we go through the mall, there's no Dunks in there. We're also the only two white people in the entire mall. I'm not even exaggerating for the sake of making it a fun story. The fact of the matter was that we were the only two white people in the entire mall.
Oh, went to Baltimore. We're the only two white people in the mall.
Yeah. So we walk through the mall aimlessly. Everyone's staring at us. And so then on our way out, we walk by a Popeyes. And we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get Popeyes. I'm kind of hungry. So we go into Popeyes. We're waiting in line. And Vinny goes, oh, they have those chicken sandwiches now, don't they? And I was like, nah, because trust me, I'm fucking keyed into this shit. I was like, nah, man. So this was Saturday. This is the 2nd.
Yeah.
And I was like, they made an announcement on their social media that they're coming back on Sunday, which would have been tomorrow at the time. And I was like, because they're doing it as a power move to like stick it to Chick-fil-A, who's closed on Sundays. So like we're shit out of luck that obviously our luck we show up one day early before we get these fucking sandwiches.
Wouldn't have been that hard to find a Popeyes, but anyway.
No. But then they have signs inside too, and they have the 2 chicken sandwiches, the regular and the spicy, and the big fucking thing over in front of it says coming soon. So we're like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna get. So we're in line, we go up. The person right in front of us orders a chicken sandwich and gets it. So we were like, oh, okay. So I guess we can get the chicken sandwich. So we got the Popeyes chicken sandwich a day before it came out.
Only in West Baltimore.
So only in West Baltimore. It's good. I mean, I don't know. I'm not getting into the whole debate between that and Chick-fil-A. They're both good. Like, if you gave me both of them next to each other and didn't tell me which was which, I probably couldn't decipher either of them. Like, I don't know. They're both good. But, so after we order, we're waiting there to, like, for them to make it and give it to us. And this guy comes over to us and he goes, hey man, what the fuck are you two doing in West Baltimore? And Vinny's just like, I don't know, man. We were looking for a Dunkin' Donuts. And if you're listening to this and you know Vinny, like you know exactly the tone that he would have said that in on a Saturday morning after we drank all night on Friday. He's like, I don't know. We're looking for like a Dunkin' Donuts. And so the guy's like, yeah, that's not around here. And he goes, what are you guys here for? Like, why are you in Baltimore? He's like, oh, we're staying with our buddy. Because you know me, like, I want nothing to do with talking to anybody at this point. Like, get me the fuck out of here. I want my fucking sandwich. I want my fucking coffee that we've been driving around trying to find. And I want to get the fuck back to Jones's. So Vinny's talking to this guy. And come to find out, he goes, yeah, man, so I'm a bookie. If you want to put any bets in on this game, you let me know. And Vinny's like, nah, man, like, I already wasted a ton of money on Bovada, like, whatever. So he's like, all right, man, like, you guys be good. And then we get our sandwiches, and then we promptly leave. And as we get outside, I was like, hey, Vin, you want me to drive? Because he had been driving all morning, and he had no fucking clue where he was going.
Yeah.
When we were originally pulling into the mall parking lot, there was a guy on one of those scooters, like a older African-American man, probably in his, like, you know, mid to late 50s, just scooting across the entrance, and, like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's got the right of way. He's a pedestrian. Then he starts flipping out, driving the car. Like, fucking give him one of these. From my angle in the passenger seat, it looked like he flipped him off. And the guy looks right back at Vinny and goes, welcome to fucking Baltimore, as he, like, scoots by. And I was like, oh my God, Vinny, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm also hungover, and I'm just like, I don't have the energy to yell at you right now, but you need to stop. We're in Baltimore. We're not in Boston. We're not in fucking Somerville or Medford right now. We're in the fucking murder capital of the fucking country. Stop. If the guy wants to fucking barrel roll through the fucking crosswalk, you let him. Who gives a fuck? What the fuck are you in a rush for? Where are we going? So then we leave. I start driving. And wouldn't you know, I find a Starbucks. And of course, Vinny goes into his whole, like, I can't fucking do anything right. I'm the asshole. I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, so I pull up the map. If anyone here is familiar with Baltimore, you'll understand this. I think it's 83 that comes in from the north, and it kind of cuts Baltimore in half to like an east and west. So when you type Baltimore, I don't know what the highway
So 83 is where we got off at Loyola.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a highway.
I think 695 might go right down the middle.
No, that's a one of these guys. That's a loop guy.
Maybe it's 83.
So whatever highway it was, it doesn't really matter. It kind of divides Baltimore into east and west halves. So you type in Starbucks. Outside of that one that doesn't exist anymore in the Target that's been closed for 7 years, there's like 8 Starbuckses and they're all on the east side of that highway, and they're all concentrated in like one spot. So me and Vinny just go to one of them, and it's like, it looks like, kind of looks like the Back Bay in Boston. And I go, huh, you wonder where all the white people are in Baltimore? Find the Starbucks.
Well, the one that's open.
Yeah, I know. And it was like, holy shit, we're still in Baltimore, huh? Like, wow, this is crazy. And then I think there was a Whole Foods over there too, and I was like, yeah, man, if you ever
Next time, that's what you Google.
If you ever
Google
need to
Whole
find
Foods.
white people anywhere, just Google Whole Foods and Starbucks, and that's it.
Yeah.
White people love Whole Foods and Starbucks. So
don't Google Popeyes.
So in the meantime, me and Vinny leave, and we tell Jones that we're going to get coffees. About an hour and 15 minutes into our trip, I get a text from Jones, and he says, "You guys okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, we were trying to find coffee and we got lost." And he goes, "Where the fuck did you guys go?" And my only response was, "Vinny was driving, now I am. We're at Starbucks." We were like in line for Starbucks. And I think his response was like, "Of course." So then we eventually get back, like over an hour and a half later, we try and go and get fucking coffee, and we get lost in West Baltimore of all places.
I slept through all of that.
Yeah.
I actually came back and you guys were already asleep again.
Yes.
Actually, you know what though? I don't know if it's 100% true. I came up at one point and I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone. I didn't hear anyone. I didn't know if Jones's girlfriend was there, so I wasn't about to go like rumbling through the house.
Yeah.
So I took like my allergy pills and I just like went back down. And I just like fell back asleep.
Yeah.
Like I had folded the futon up because I was gonna like watch TV and shit. And I go, fuck it, I'll just sleep because whatever.
Because why not?
And Jones had texted me. He goes, "Oh, dude, you want a breakfast sandwich?" And this is after I already gone up.
And no one was there.
And no one was there. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, dude." And I almost just said, "Hey, just ask those idiots what I get because they know."
Yeah.
He was fucking cooking me one upstairs. I was like, "Oh, what the Because he asked when I was like, "Oh, yeah, dude, like bacon, egg, and cheese if you can." He goes, "No bacon." I go, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah.
And he fucking comes down 3 seconds later. I was like, "What the fuck? I didn't know you were here."
I thought you were at the store.
I go, "I thought you were out with them." I came up. I didn't fucking see or hear anyone.
His response was great.
And he's like, well, no, he's just like, I don't remember what he said specifically.
Well, I think you asked like, "Oh, where'd they go?"
I did say. I was like, I thought you were out with them. And he's like, he goes, "No, dude." He goes, "I don't know where they are." He goes, "Baltimore might have them now."
Yeah, the city has them now. That was fucking. But we almost got by the city.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a little interesting staying up there. But either way, so it was like, I like caught myself kind of being like, "Oh man, we didn't really like do a whole lot." And then I'm like remembering, it's like, dude, we were in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I'm comparing this to the last 2 trips I've been on.
Nashville and
New Orleans.
Baltimore's
nothing
not
is going
a
to compare.
destination spot.
Nothing is going to compare to that.
Well, I'm sure you ran into this too at work, but when I was telling people like, "Oh, I'm on vacation next week" or whatever, they're like, "Oh, awesome! Like, are you going away?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going like with a couple of my buddies." And they're like, "Oh, where are you going?" "Oh, we're just going to Baltimore. Like one of my buddies." They cut me off. "Ugh, why are you going to Baltimore?" And I was like, "Well, if you let me finish, like I was gonna say, one of my buddies lives there, and the Patriots are playing there."
Yeah.
So we're going down to stay with him and go to the Patriots game. They're like, "Oh, well, I guess that makes more sense."
Well, okay, so this is how you answer that question appropriately. Someone asks me, "Oh, where are you going?" "I'm going to go to the Pats game in Baltimore. My buddy lives down there, so I'm going to meet up with him."
Yeah.
And then you don't have to hear those stupid ass responses.
"Where are you guys going?" "Baltimore." "Ugh, why? Why are you going to Baltimore?" "Because I want to get shot." Like, what the fuck? Like,
I heard it's really nice this time.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But like, God forbid, like, what if like I had family there? What if I was from there? And people was like, "Ugh, why are you going to Baltimore?" "I don't know, because like that's where I grew up."
Imagine. Yeah, because like, Worcester's so nice.
Yeah. Right? Worcester's a fucking shithole. Did you see that Barstool thing that popped up? They had the worst city in every state on a map of the
It
US.
had to have been Worcester.
Worcester was the worst city in
Of course it was.
Massachusetts.
I don't know if that's exactly true.
No, Springfield is probably.
I'll say
the worst.
Springfield and Holyoke and Chicopee, which I mean, if we're gonna get technical,
They're
like, I don't
kind
know
of
which
all
ones
the
are
same
technically towns versus cities,
Yeah.
but I just assume Springfield area would just encompass all of that.
Yeah. But like, how are you gonna like shit on someone when they tell you that they're going somewhere on vacation? Like, I would never do that. Like, even if someone said like, I don't even fucking know, like, oh, I'm going to Flint, Michigan, I wouldn't be like, ugh, gross. I'd be like, oh, what? Like, do you have a connection to Flint?
If someone told me they're going to Flint, Michigan, like, oh, you're gonna go drink the water.
Yeah, that'd probably be my.
That would be my response. Well, it's the same thing. It's like if.
But it would be a joke.
Yeah. So if someone,
I wouldn't outwardly be like, ugh.
If someone was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Baltimore, like, oh, you're gonna go see where The Wire was filmed, or
yeah.
If someone was like, oh, I'm gonna go whatever in Canada, French fries and gravy, all right, I like it.
Yeah.
No, I'll shit on anywhere, but
Right.
I'll shit on most places
As a joke.
and I'll make it like whatever. Unless it's a place I truly hate, but I haven't been in enough places to truly hate anywhere.
Right. I haven't either, actually. I actually don't think I've been anywhere that I've hated.
Wrong, Connecticut.
The whole
Connecticut
fucking
sucks.
state. The whole fucking
Someone
state
tells me
sucks.
anything about Connecticut, and I think there's actually a fairly nice place in Connecticut.
Greenwich.
No, sorry. I know Greenwich is super nice. I think there's an actual decent
Mystic.
vacation spot. Yeah.
Mystic,
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That would still bother the shit out of me. I don't give a fuck how good it is. It could be the best place in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Which it
it's
isn't because it's
awful.
not New Orleans, but
Yeah. Connecticut's
the fact that it's in Connecticut would piss me the fuck off. It's the only hard part of that fucking drive down to Baltimore.
I know. Oh my god. So we drive down. It took us 7 hours.
7 hours with 2 stops.
And
It took about 8 hours to get through fucking Connecticut.
I was gonna say, like, realistically, it may have taken like around 3 or 3.5 hours.
Well, okay.
To get through Connecticut.
How long?
We did get stuck behind fucking
Yeah.
construction shit or whatever, but like
There was a fucking dead possum in the road.
I
so
would
they shut down
say
traffic.
almost half of the time, if not actually half of the time, we were in Connecticut.
I felt that way.
We were in Massachusetts and Rhode Island for like a little bit. We were in New York for like a hot second.
Well, Massachusetts is honest to God 20 minutes.
Yeah, we probably spent maybe 2 hours in New Jersey and like 25 minutes in Delaware and then like maybe an hour in
I don't know,
Maryland.
dude. I felt like we were in and out of Delaware.
Yeah.
Because there were 2 tolls.
Right.
The $5 toll and the $4 toll. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't think we were that even in there for that long.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we were probably in
We might have spent more time
Hour.
waiting in line for the tolls than we did in the actual
fucking
state.
tolls. Talk about white people problems, dude.
Yeah.
Those fucking tolls were pissing me the fuck
Oh,
off.
it's awful.
How many fucking tolls am I gonna have to fucking go through right now?
That's the worst. Yeah, we definitely fucked up not bringing my Easy Pass.
Yeah, and by fucked up, I mean it probably would have saved us 8 combined minutes.
Yeah.
The same way that if we had gotten through Connecticut a little more smooth, we would have got there in about 6.5.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
easily.
it's still a trip.
Yeah. But thank God we fucking we flew home too. That would have been a miserable.
Finn asked me today. He's like, "Oh, how was that drive home?" Dude, we fucking pivoted and flew.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. No fucking way.
I mean, I will say I truly didn't mind the drive down.
No.
I would not.
I was fine. Because we just rotated every like 2.5 hours.
2.5 or so.
Yeah.
I think like Vinny took the first like 2 and change.
Yeah.
You were like 2 and maybe more change, and I was the last 2 and change.
Yeah.
Like, and actually, you got the worst of it.
I got
Connecticut,
New
New York.
I got the middle part of Connecticut and New York.
That was the worst of it.
That was fucking miserable.
I got the best of it.
Yeah, the Jersey Turnpike.
Oh my god, it's like I didn't know any road went that straight for that fucking long with fucking 8 lanes across.
It's like the Autobahn.
Oh my god. It's driving like 80 fucking 5 and fucking people are flying by me.
Right. Remember at one point we were driving, we were doing like 87 allegedly.
No, so Vinny said he looked at it, he goes, I saw 82.
Yeah.
And a fucking pickup truck comes flying by
as if we were doing like 60.
And then no more than about 10 minutes later, he was doing like high 70s, 80-ish.
Yeah.
Another pickup truck comes flying by him.
Yeah.
So apparently pickup trucks.
Those guys had
Actually,
to
that was
have
in
been
Rhode Island, but
pushing 100.
yeah.
Because if in order for them to move by us that quickly,
Oh,
when we're in like the mid 80s, like they had to have been pushing 100 miles an hour.
fucking flying.
It's just insane. It was literally like we were doing 60.
Yeah, they just blew by us.
Yeah. Oh god. I mean, whatever. The game sucked.
Yeah, but here's
Well,
the deal.
so no,
They fucking lose games.
the outcome of the game sucked. The game itself wasn't that.
The game
bad.
was fine. It was
fine.
just frustrating as a Patriots fan.
I
but
was
like,
a little sketched out at the beginning because drunk Vinny was very present, and we were in Baltimore with real football fans.
yeah,
So
but we
like
were in.
last year in Nashville, they're not real fans. It was a Patriots home game. The fans are like 55-year-old women, the ones that yelled at me for being too drunk, like whatever.
Yeah, but they also yell at you for being a dick. The
Yeah.
people in Baltimore just if you're a dick to people in Baltimore, they'll just be a dick back to you.
Right. So they
People
was
in
like,
Nashville just tell you that you should be better.
yeah.
And it's
so
like, I'm not better than this. This is what I am.
there were people in front of us that the kid ended up leaving because he was too drunk. His friend told him to like leave. His friend was pretty cool. He was doing some ribbon back and forth, but like the kid with the long hair was probably just as fucked up as Vinny was. And not that I was nervous, but I was like, if this persists through the first half, like this could potentially become something. Luckily, the stadium filled up, and he ended up, I don't know if you saw, like he ended up getting into it with the people that were sitting right in front of him.
I think I vaguely
were
remember
Pats
that.
fans, and then his buddy that he was with was like, dude, get the fuck, like go down there, I'll meet you somewhere. And then like 5 minutes later, he left. And then they never came back. And that was in like the third quarter.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There was some Ravens fans behind us that were actually pretty cool.
I mean, the kid next to me was like, he was having like actual conversation.
Yeah.
And then when they made a good play, threw it right in my face. But what was happening when the Patriots made a good play?
Yeah.
I was getting up too. Like,
Right.
that's what happens.
Right. So it was good. I mean, that's what, like, the game was good. I was not much less, but definitely less drunk than I was at the Titans game.
I was probably close to the same.
Yeah. Well, I was very,
Yeah, I know
very,
you were.
I was very far gone at the Titans game.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't remember.
I tied one on pretty good, but I only drank like a handful of beers before the Titans game, and that was in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we drank, but not like we can drink.
Right.
Like,
we knew. We didn't really
I think
start
we
drinking until what, like 4?
well, we had to actually get to
Yeah.
where we were staying.
Yeah.
And even with that, you know, we were like kicking around the idea, like, hey, should we go out? Should we not? Like,
Yeah. Then
should we
just
go
said,
find something?
"Fuck
We
it,
just said,
let's
fuck
sit
it.
Here.
We'll just hang out here for a little longer, head to the game a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
that
ended
actually,
up being a really good play.
yeah, that seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah.
Because we weren't, it's like we felt like we were leaving so early.
Yeah.
We weren't there that early.
No.
Like, we saw all the pregame stuff.
Right.
But it's not like we were there with like the equipment guy, like fucking
Yeah,
diddling
yeah.
himself at midfield.
Right. So yeah, I mean, overall, successful trip.
Yeah.
It was a very, very good idea to fly home. I'm still not recovered fully. Like, I was probably more tired today than I was yesterday. Granted, I did actually also work today.
I slept from...
Because I can't even fucking take a vacation the right way.
I probably slept from 9:45 last night because I fell asleep on the couch to about 9:45 this morning.
Yeah.
And then I got up, like had some coffee. I went grocery shopping.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I've never grocery shopped on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I went at Wednesday. I went today at like 11:30 after I got out of class.
Well, I was like, do I buy food for this week? Do I like?
Yeah.
So I just like bought everything that I normally would buy. I had some stuff in the freezer, so I'm just like, I'll just come back and I'll buy like fucking whatever I forgot on Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I probably got to work at like noon.
Yeah, I think I probably just missed you.
And the way I look, it's fucking crazy just what happens when you work the terrible job I have. You look at it like, all right, I'm gonna go in late. Like I'll work like half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still work 7.5 hours, but it feels like half a day.
Right, because you went in at 12 instead of 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's 12 instead of 6, or 12 instead of even like my normal late day is 10:30.
Yeah.
Which that's a 9-hour day. People work that.
Right.
That's what I consider a late day.
Yeah, that's fun.
Even then, I usually still end up there at 10 and there until 8. Ish.
So, I think I don't know if you remember, but you were very adamant that next year would be Kansas City.
Yeah, I forget, when did we have this talk? Was it in the stadium?
No, it was at Jones's house. So this had to have been Saturday night into Sunday morning, which we caught daylight savings time. At one point, I looked at my phone. I was like, "Hey guys, it's 2:00 again."
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I believe what I had to say. If you would like to.
So they don't have very many appealing away games next year.
Well, they didn't have many this year either. We made that work.
Yeah, but they did have Houston, which admittedly I've been to Houston before. It's not the greatest city in the world.
Everyone tells me Houston sucks.
But like,
I would have hated to throw down.
You put me or us in Houston in November when it's 35 degrees and snow here, and it's 82 degrees
much more
there.
Appealing,
I don't care how shitty Houston is at
Right.
that point. Just get me to Texas.
Yeah.
So we lucked out the way the weeks fell on the schedule and everything. We made it work because we got then the holiday and like whatever. We made it work. But next year they are in LA twice to play the Chargers and the Rams.
Is the new stadium opening next year or not
Yes.
yet?
Yeah.
It is opening.
2020 is the new stadium. Yeah. They are also in Seattle. Honestly, I don't have any desire to go to Seattle.
I don't either. The only intrigue I have, and I don't know what the fuck I said that night, well, just whatever. Because if I was very adamant about anything, then that was an overreaction. I would be really interested to see what it's like in both Arrowhead and in Seattle.
Yeah.
Because they're two of the loudest stadiums, like, ever.
Right.
They have good home fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they either fans like us very much.
No.
But it can't be worse than Baltimore. Baltimore has to dislike us more.
No. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I would be... both of them seem the same, but if I'm only going to see what a loud stadium is like, then Kansas City seems like the closest one.
That is the argument you made.
Okay, so then...
You said you don't want to go to either place, and both are really loud. But Kansas City is like 3 hours closer on a flight, so that's where you would.
Plus, they have barbecue.
Plus, they have barbecue. Yeah, that was also part of your argument.
Did I actually really give that a really good defend?
Yep. I mean, we were also pretty drunk, so
you were probably giving.
We were just like, yeah, sure. I mean, all right, I'm in. We're going to Kansas City.
Yeah. There's gonna be some other things that come into play.
Yeah.
For next year.
Yeah.
A little bit of timing, because I would really, really not like to go to Arrowhead in November.
No. Yeah, I know. And because it's the Chiefs, they might put them at the end of the season.
No, but there were a lot of times they threw them early, too.
Yeah, the opening week.
They did in week 4, but that year they got trounced. The first time they got trounced when Brady was done and the Patriots aren't good anymore.
Yeah.
That was 2014. That was the last time it was in Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly.
Yeah.
They were in Arrowhead last year too. But wait, that might not be right. That might not be the last time it was in Arrowhead. The AFC Championship was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's also an AFC South game to be determined.
Yeah, which will most likely be Houston.
Or Indy, it's looking like.
Yeah.
Which again, I have no desire to go to.
I don't think Indianapolis has any redeeming qualities.
Oh wait, no, they won't be in the AFC South. They'll be at the North. So it's gonna be back in Baltimore. All right, this sounds familiar. It's gonna be back in Baltimore next year.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah.
I would go back, but
I mean,
I would
but I would prefer to see a different team in a different city. That was part of my reasoning this year for not going to Houston. I know
because you've already been to Houston.
Yeah, I know you guys haven't been, but I have, and I was like, honestly, like I'll go back, but like like I said, like it's not the greatest city.
I bet you Seattle wouldn't suck.
No, it probably wouldn't.
I mean, I don't have a ton of desire.
Again, it just depends on the time. Like if they play Seattle in like week 13, like I don't want to go to Seattle at the end of November. Like I'll go to Seattle in like September, October.
I may also pay attention to like, hey, what are flights like, like right now?
Yeah.
Or like I'll look like, hey, what's an average flight in September? What's an average flight in October? And just see how much the airline's trying to fuck me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know they're gonna fuck me a little bit.
Right.
But I don't want them to fuck me too hard. So seeing what a flight might kind of cost.
That was also part of the reason.
That's why we
went
did
with Baltimore.
That's really
so we could drive.
So
there.
truthfully, that was the final straw on why we didn't go to Houston.
Right.
Because I was genuinely considering, and I don't know how I would have done this. I was genuinely considering going to Houston with you guys, and also going to Baltimore.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of a drive down Saturday, leave Monday.
Yeah.
Like drive.
Yeah.
Not get absolutely, utterly incapacitated.
Right.
Because I did want to see Jones. It's been fucking 3 years since I've seen him.
Yeah, I know.
So, but that's what I was thinking. Then I saw the price tag on the Houston game, and I go, no, I'm not paying $700, $650, whatever the fuck it was for a flight.
And a round trip flight to Baltimore was $500.
Yeah.
Normally on any given weekend, it's like a round trip is like $120, $150.
Yeah, we paid $120
one way to get
one
home.
way.
Yeah.
I would have paid $250.
Yeah.
To fly down.
Yeah.
Fly back.
Sure. But not 500.
No. So. Yeah, I don't know, but they could. So it's unlikely that they'll be. I mean, it's probably so. Baltimore's probably going to win the North.
Yeah.
That still leaves Miami, Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo's like Buffalo's like a coach.
Those.
That's a coach bus trip. We find a bunch of fans who are going in a caravan.
Yeah.
And we get on the bus.
I was just gonna say, if you wanted to do 2 games in a season, the second game would be Buffalo. Like and so that's
even Miami, but Miami doesn't price gouge because they're there every year.
Right.
So Miami's an expensive city.
Yeah.
But it's not a hard one to get to.
Yeah. So the other thing though too for me is like I know I literally just said I don't want to go to Seattle in like the end of November. I wouldn't hate going to Buffalo like the week after Christmas. Like even if it's cold and snowy, like Buffalo seems like such a cool fucking place to watch a football game. I feel like the cold and the snow would almost even like amplify that.
Yeah, but that's the only redeeming quality of Buffalo.
Yes.
The fucking city sucks.
Oh yeah, no.
The
it's
drive
terrible.
sucks.
I drove through it on my way to Toronto.
The team typically
miserable.
sucks.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's like isn't it like once you pull into Buffalo, if there was any sunlight, it just turns gray?
Yes, no, I've said that. I might have said that on air before.
If you
when
didn't,
I was driving
then I may
to
have heard someone else
Toronto
say that.
in like Syracuse, it was like blue skies, everything was great. And then when we got to Buffalo, everything was gray and fucking cold and looked shitty and there's graffiti on buildings. And then you hit Niagara Falls and then you cross through fucking customs. And then when you get into Canada, it was blue skies again. And I was like, wow, Buffalo really sucks, huh? It was literally only cloudy when we were in Buffalo.
Yeah. So it'll depend. I think it'll depend on a couple things. I really don't want to go to LA.
No. Nope.
But I don't think I wouldn't.
Nope.
I think in my head right now.
Do you know how much I don't want to go to LA? I was in San Diego for a week earlier this year. I was in San Diego for a week. And I had a plan to take one day and go to LA and just spend the day and then go back to San Diego. I was, in traffic, it would have taken 4 hours, but I was probably about 25 to 30 miles away from LA, and I still didn't go to LA.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fly across the country just to go to LA.
I have no real drive to go to LA.
Because I talked to a few people when I got to San Diego, like a couple of bartenders, and I made friends. And I was like, hey, I'm thinking about like, taking a day, like maybe later in the week, because I got there on like Monday or Tuesday. I was like, I'm thinking like maybe on Thursday or Friday, like just going up to LA for the day. And they were like, do you like big cities? And I was like, I mean, I grew up in Boston. And they were like,
so do you like big cities?
So do you like big cities? They're like, it's going to take you about 4 hours to get there. They were like, it's probably only like 20 miles-ish. And I was like, that sounds miserable. Like, it takes 45 minutes in Boston to get from Medford to Boston, but that's only 7 miles. So, like, if you, like, roughly triple the mileage, that would put you in the time maybe around 2 hours. You're going to double that now.
Yep.
Holy shit. And I was like, nope, I'm good. Have no desire.
Yeah.
And that's what they said, too. They were like, it's almost impossible to get around in LA. They were like, honestly, you're better off staying in San Diego. Enjoy your time here. You're like, go to La Jolla. And then one of the bartenders was like, oh, are you traveling with anybody or are you by yourself? And I was like, oh, I'm by myself. And she was like, oh, okay, well, never mind then. And I was like, what do you mean? What were you going to say? And she was like, honestly, I was going to tell you to go to TJ because it's kind of fun, but like, you don't want to go into Mexico by yourself to go to Tijuana.
Yeah.
Because it's literally 15, 20 minutes to get from San Diego to Tijuana. And she was like, yeah, you don't want to go there alone. And I was like, yep, nope, I'm good. I'll stay in San Diego. Maybe I'll go check out La Jolla, do my thing. But yeah, it was, that's what I mean. I was so close to LA and still didn't really want to go.
Yeah, I haven't, because I'm thinking of all the hassles. It's impossible to get around. It's impossible to get from the fucking airport to where we need to go. The airport's fucking gigantic. It's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
It's a fucking 6-hour flight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be expensive to stay there.
Right.
So I'm almost like, I just don't even fucking view it as being worth the money.
No.
And they're gonna be there fucking twice, so it's like, God, fuck me.
Yeah, I know. You know where I wouldn't mind going back and repeating the city, but this would also mean that they're probably gonna lose again when they go there, is Denver. Denver's a fun city. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it last time I was there.
Shit, they might not be going back to Denver until 2022.
Yeah, because they're playing the AFC West next year.
Yeah, so I think the last time.
So they're home with Denver.
Yeah, I think the last time Denver was here. I'm sorry, we were in Denver was 2016. Oh.
17. AFC is on 3-year rotations.
Yeah, they definitely played Denver in 2016. I don't know where it was.
They won the division.
It was because they won the division.
So in 2017 was the West rotation.
Do you know if it was in Denver or if they were here?
I don't.
Well, okay, it's not next year, so it's 2023.
Yeah.
Because next year they're in Kansas City in LA.
Right.
Which means they're home to Denver and home to Oakland.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be 2023.
So it'll be the next time they come around. Because Denver's not winning that division anytime soon.
No. No, they're not.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that'll be cool. We'll figure it out as we get closer to.
Yeah. And I mean, there's other trips that are a good time. Like, obviously Pittsburgh is a shithole, but that's usually a pretty good trip.
Yeah.
We haven't gone to Miami and we haven't gone to Buffalo. So
no.
If we really look at it and go, all right, well, I don't want to go to Arrowhead in December.
Right.
Hey, flights to fucking Seattle are $900.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it, let's stay closer by.
Yeah. And honestly, that's not a bad flight. I mean, I'm pretty good on flights, like on planes. I don't mind them. I actually kind of really enjoy them. I can keep myself occupied, or I can sleep, or I can do whatever. But I know Vinny had said he didn't want to go to Seattle because it's like a 5.5-hour flight.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice the flight to and from San Diego. Like, I think I slept most of it both ways.
Yeah.
You just kind of like hang out. And chill.
What's the difference? Because isn't the jet stream, isn't it like 6 hours one way and it's a little bit shorter the other way?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's probably about 45 minutes.
Okay.
On cross country, because you would have the stream for a longer time. I forget which direction it's in.
yeah, whatever. But I didn't know what the difference was. I didn't know if it was like a 2-hour difference or if it was like a half an hour difference.
It's great going out there because it's we'll call it a 5-hour flight to San Diego, but it's a 3-hour time zone difference. So it's really like the flight only took 2 hours. So when I left Boston at like 11 a.m., I landed in San Diego at 1 o'clock. Their time.
Hey, coming back though.
Coming back was miserable. I think I landed here at like 10 p.m. It was tough.
Yeah, well, it feels like a net 9-hour flight.
Yeah.
Gross. But, I don't know. We'll just see how it shakes out.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's probably going to be the 8 games are probably going to, obviously it's Jets, Buffalo, Miami, Kansas City, LA, Seattle, and then it's probably going to be in Baltimore again.
Yeah. Well, I have a question for you.
Go.
So, we're in November now.
Yep.
And this seems to be a hot topic for everyone going on right now. So, I want to pose the question to you. When is it okay for people to start we'll call it getting into the Christmas spirit?
Black Friday.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad you said that.
Anything more.
Because
I have my reasons too. I've had this debate before.
It's people like on November 1st. It's like the day after Halloween. And people are like, "Oh, it's Christmas season." I'm like,
"Nope.
We haven't even gone to Thanksgiving yet."
No, it's not.
Can we at least get to fucking Thanksgiving?
We haven't even gone to Veterans Day.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? It's insane. There's fucking Christmas music out there. People are like, "Oh yeah, I gotta get the tree." So I was also listening to Zoe and Beetle on the local sports radio today, and Zoe was like, "Oh yeah, I'm decorating the house this weekend. I love it. It's great." He goes, "Well, I mean, the Patriots aren't on a bye, so I will give him the defense that he is also the radio broadcaster for the Patriots, and they're on a bye this week." And then they go to, and he was like, "Well, I'm not going to do it the Dallas week because I'm getting ready for Dallas." And he's like, then he goes, "Well, then you have Thanksgiving. You have Thanksgiving," and then he goes, "Well, then I'm in Philly after the bye," and then he's like, "And then it's the end of November," and then like, "I'm already in December, so I want to do it now." And I was like, "Oh man," I'm just listening to him talk, and I'm just like, "Dude, like, it would be like November 10th. You're gonna start decorating your house."
No, he would do it anyway. It's just
he's looking for an excuse.
Yeah,
he's a fucking hammerhead.
Yeah, I don't. So, I think people really, really fuck up Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
There's a lot, because Thanksgiving has a shitload of redeeming qualities.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
I
prefer.
If I had to pick a real holiday,
yeah,
it might be mine too. I do like those long weekends in the summer though. Anyway,
yeah.
Or the bookending the summer.
Yeah.
But
like Memorial and Labor Day.
Like Memorial and Labor Day are pretty good,
yeah.
Especially Labor Day because we shut down at work. So
right.
I guess obviously giving a perspective, it's the bye week.
Right.
I take some time off at Labor Day, so
right.
I also get some time at Memorial Day too. Like Thanksgiving, I'm gonna work the day before. I'm gonna leave early. Probably drink entirely too much.
Yeah.
Get bitched at by my mother on Thursday morning for reeking of booze.
Yeah. Yep.
Then I'm gonna drive immediately after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna fucking drive back here. Probably fall asleep watching the Cowboys, and then I'm gonna go work Friday morning.
Yeah.
Like that's what I do.
Right.
My family doesn't do a whole lot, so I don't have to worry about being too shit-faced on Friday.
Yeah.
And then I think we're gonna close Saturday. So it's one of those things. It's an easy holiday for me.
Right.
But I also don't do a ton, so it might not be my favorite.
Well, there
are a ton of redeeming qualities to it.
There's less expectations.
It's only about the food.
Like in regard to Christmas. Like Christmas is
There's
like
no gifts.
I gotta buy this person this, I have to spend that, I have to spend like you feel obligated to spend money.
You don't have to decorate the house.
And you gotta decorate shit. Thanksgiving.
You don't have to do Thanksgiving decorations.
Thanksgiving, it's just like we're just gonna cook a shit ton of food.
That is it.
We're gonna stuff our faces and then we're all gonna fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna wake up and then we're all gonna drive home.
And if you know what you're doing, the food doesn't have to be so hard. People get so worked up about the fucking food.
Yeah.
And you know why? That's because it's someone old at your fucking house. If you get worked up about the food, someone old is there and bitching. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Or you have kids, and kids don't fucking like Thanksgiving food. I promise you. They want mashed potatoes and stuffing. Don't fucking give them turkey. They don't like it.
Right.
They don't.
Or
don't even fucking bother.
A couple of years, we punted on the turkey and just did ham. Because we were like, do you guys like turkey? And we were like, it's okay. And
No one
like,
likes turkey.
You want ham? I was like, yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of like ham better than turkey.
Yeah, I still think that's a little un-American. Not as un-American as doing like what I do, but but as I'm saying that, I'm realizing I don't even eat turkey on Thanksgiving.
You don't even eat land animals. Is it just? No. It's just seafood, right?
Typically. Well, I'm there.
Yeah.
I could. So my family goes to Legal Seafoods, which if you're not around here, it's just like it's a above average seafood place.
Yeah.
And it's in the one we go to is like in Cambridge, so like we're in Boston. Like seafood here isn't weird.
Right.
Seafood in Indiana might be a little strange. No offense to Indiana, it's just where you guys are located.
Yeah.
But. So, like, we do seafood, so when we go out, I usually like to get something like that. Because, so that's on Thursday. On Saturday, I typically will cook turkey and stuffing myself.
Right.
Usually no one else is around, so I eat entirely too much of it, and then like, whatever's left in the fridge for other people is left in the fridge for the other people.
Right.
Last year I fired up the smoker, that wasn't bad.
Right. Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
So, I think the stuffing in there, too.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That stuffing was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was. But Thanksgiving is only about the food. And if you have any idea of what the fuck you're doing, you can cook. And then, therefore, no one has anything to bitch about. Now, there obviously is a level of in-laws and old people and children.
Yep.
Obviously, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any in-laws. I got one old person, no children.
Yes.
Okay. But you don't have to get gifts for anyone. You don't have to decorate.
Right. You just show up, you make something, or you buy something on the way.
Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Fucking buy dessert. That's what we're doing. That's the thing. After everyone gets like their scoop of stuffing, their turkey, which they begrudgingly eat, the mashed potatoes. I don't want to fucking hear about no fucking green bean casserole. No one gives a fuck. I don't want to hear about corn. Fuck
Shut up with your fucking green bean casserole, Aunt Karen.
Oh, seriously. Fucking. You want to get me going? Get me going on a fucking green bean casserole. My lord. So like you do, like you get those things. People really only kind of want a plate or two, depending on where they stand on desserts, and then they house desserts.
Right.
No one fucks up apple pie.
No.
You buy it if you can't make it.
Right.
Apple crisp, whatever it is. Pumpkin pie.
Last year, because we're a bunch of fucking guineas, we didn't do turkey. We did like lasagna and fucking baked ziti, and there might have been a green bean casserole. But like,
hey, who invited the Irish person?
Yeah. So I don't even think I had turkey last year.
So now, going back to my thing, when we used to have it at my house, because we were a bunch of guineas, we would start. This is how it started. It's like, oh, if anyone wants salad, it's over there. We'd get a tray of the giant ravioli.
Oh yeah.
Like
from Bella.
Almost like an index card.
Yeah.
Probably about an index card sized.
Yeah.
So we get the massive ones.
So good. Remember Bella ravioli? Shout out to Medford.
Where did my No, he used to get them from somewhere else, and then we switched to Bella when that place went out. Fuck.
My dad used to go to Bella Ravioli at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning to make sure he was there to get it as they made it.
Yeah. Because
they would sell out by like 10 a.m.
And it's the stuff in the freezer.
Yeah.
Fuck. I forget where he used to get it from, but that place went out. But so whatever. It used to be like the ravioli. Then it would be like a tray of meatballs and sausage. And pepperoni, like that would just be like that. You'd eat that with the ravioli, and then my mother would make like a small turkey, with some mashed potatoes, but like, and then like maybe like a thing of stuffing.
Right.
Like that's all we ate.
Yeah.
and it's like she made her own mashed potatoes. The turkey was fine; it was just in the oven.
Right.
The Italian stuff slapped because she knew how to cook it. Then like the fucking stuffing was out of the box, and no one gave a fuck.
Right, because you're there for the Italian food.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, the stuffing's just a footnote here.
Yeah. People just kind of like pick at the turkey, and they're like, yeah, sure.
So that's the thing. That is how you circumvent the whole process.
Right.
You get the fucking good shit. You know how to fucking cook.
Yeah.
Start people with that. They only eat 1 or 2 pieces of turkey. Everyone knows it sucks. Put the gravy on.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you really know what you're doing. But even then,
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing, and I throw a turkey in the smoker.
Yeah.
It is probably one of the least appetizing things I've ever put in the smoker because it's fucking turkey.
Yes. Turkey sucks.
It sucks and blows. Fucking that's what I mean is like.
Yeah.
But whatever. But everyone accepts turkey for whatever it is, and then you don't have to deal with the other bullshit.
Right. So I'm glad we're in agreement on that.
But yeah, you can't start this shit. It's Black Friday.
The day after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes.
Do not discount what Thanksgiving is. Plus, everything starts going on sale the day after Thanksgiving.
Right.
Plus, we all know none of you are going to the fucking stores anyway. You just buy everything off Amazon. That's how this works now.
Yeah, Cyber Monday.
Yep. Cyber Monday that starts like tomorrow.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Cyber Monday sales. And it's like, I thought Cyber Monday was the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Cyber Monday sales just start on Black Friday.
Well, now they start doing Black Friday sales on Thanksgiving night. Stores are opening at like 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving for Black Friday
earlier
sales.
than that now.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing?
Yeah.
Like they're just
whatever.
It's
You
so
get the same sales online.
I did Black Friday shopping once.
I went once too. I went to the mall.
I was probably like 18. I think I was probably like just into college, and I went to Best Buy at like 3 a.m. when they opened, because back then they used to just open on Black Friday, like just super early, not the evening on fucking Thanksgiving. And I don't even think Cyber Monday was really a thing yet. If it was, it wasn't as big as it is now. And I bought I think I bought my mom a TV. So I was at Best Buy at 3 a.m. to buy a fucking TV. It probably cost $350, and I got it for like $150.
Yeah, I mean, outside of like that one random thing, if you don't need something like that,
yeah,
the Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that shit's useless.
Yeah,
like if you're just gonna buy I'm just gonna buy like Alexa shit, or I'm gonna buy a Nest. Yeah, those are gonna be on sale starting the week of Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas.
Right.
You may save an additional, I don't know, $15 when you're already spending $250.
Yeah.
Like, congrats.
Yeah.
Waste of time. Waste of fucking time.
But I hate the bullshit about when they changed the fucking one of the radio stations to Christmas music.
Yeah, I forgot
November
which one.
1st. It used to be 103.3 back in the day, because that was classic rock. Now it's AMP. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, I don't know which station is it.
I haven't.
What's the other one? Not Kiss 108.
106.7.
106.7.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know, man. It's just, I think it's fucking stupid. Like, just wait. Personally, I'm a December 1st guy.
Hey. Well, the only reason I say Black Friday is because it's the day after. Usually that's a pretty good day to go get the tree.
Yeah.
Because people are typically off.
Well, this year, Thanksgiving is so fucking late that it's on the 28th.
Yeah, so the 29th is.
So, like, December 1st is, like, the following Monday.
Yeah, no issue. But, usually people are off, so that's a decent day to go get the tree, get that fucking taken care of.
Right.
But, yeah, the other thing with Christmas music, you don't like it that much.
No. It's the same fucking songs it's been the same songs for the last, like, 2 decades. Everyone's like, oh, the Mariah Carey song.
Well, everyone
everyone
loves that, and then everyone hates it.
2004. Like,
sad. I was thinking like 98, but
yeah, and they're like, oh, Rod Stewart's Christmas album. Like, Rod Stewart fucking put that album out in like 1989.
Rod Stewart has been shitting his pants for longer than Mariah Carey.
It's like
fucking.
And they're like, oh, Michael Bublé. It's like, at this point, Michael Bublé's career only exists because of fucking Christmas music.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you guys doing? I will say the one song that does smack, though, is Andrea Bocelli.
You're an idiot.
Andrea Bocelli's version of Ave Maria. That is fucking incredible. That's the only song that I actually enjoy. They sing it at Christmas time. I don't know. It's like what's a Christmas movie and what's not. It's like
Stop it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I'm writing it down.
Oh God.
Don't say it. I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
But yeah, so there's that. Do you want to start wrapping this up?
We can wrap this up.
What's your final thought?
Going to my first Florida State game this week.
Oh shit!
Every other year they come to BC. This is the first year I'm going.
Wow.
And it's on the heels of them firing their fucking coach.
Yep.
Have you seen any of the figures coming from that?
No.
It's $18 million buyout.
Oh my God.
18 million.
That's nice.
They've got private donations to cover all of it.
Jesus.
That's how bad they wanted this guy gone.
Wow. He was only there for what, a year and a half?
Year and a half.
Yikes. And
this is the
the
guy.
one thing I will
wanted.
say though is you got lucky. I think originally it was supposed to snow, but now it's not. It's not going to snow.
Oh,
It may still be cold.
whatever.
Yeah.
You think dude? This team is a fucking dumpster fire this year.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the thing is like I was like on the fence because I was like thinking about it because Michaela actually asked me. She was like, "Oh, is Florida State playing in BC this year?" I go, "No." I'm like, they played last year, and then like a couple days later, she goes, "Hey, Florida State's definitely playing at BC this year." I'm like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, she's like, "How did you not know that?" I go, "Well, I remember last year being the year where they sucked so bad that I didn't want to go."
Yeah.
I go, they're honest to God, they're terrible. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
go. Like they're gonna fucking get trounced.
Yeah.
That was actually 2 years ago when DeAndre Francois blew his knee out.
That's right.
So they've sucked for 2 years. And the reason I didn't go wasn't because they sucked, it was because they didn't have a quarterback.
Right.
Now, be it,
Right.
they lost 38-3 that game on or around Halloween, and it was bad. It was very bad. But yeah, I completely forgot. So then this year, I was like, yeah, you know what? I haven't gone. Well, they're not great, but BC's not great either. You know, whatever, it'll be the best.
Might be a chance.
Might be a pillow fight.
Yeah.
So I asked Finn for tickets.
Yeah.
He came through. Thanks, Finn. Thanks, Ed.
Yeah. Shout out to Ed.
So we're going, and now they fired their coach.
Awesome.
Awesome. Sick.
That's great.
Red bandana game, so it's not like everyone's gonna be all jacked up for that. Gotta bring one home.
Yeah.
You can ask me. Can you grab one of those? I'd love to.
Yeah. Sure.
Fucking BC. Fucking Florida State.
Oh.
I'm just gonna mumble off now.
They suck.
Yeah, I'm going for the first time.
But I mean, at least you'll get to see them in person, so that'd be cool.
Oh, I can't believe you went and they lost. Can't wait for another week of that.
Another week. Oh, you guys need to stop going to Patriots games because they lose. It's like, well, I mean,
They were 3-5 on the fucking road last year. I don't know what they
Yeah.
are this year, but again, it's been pillow fights until now. They played one real game and they lost. It
Right.
fucking happens.
right.
Like
They
typically,
weren't gonna go 16.
they typically only lose 1, maybe 2 games at home a year, which
Yeah.
means they're gonna lose anywhere from 1 to 3, 4 games on the road.
Right.
Last year was their fucking worst year in a long time. They lost 5.
Right.
2 bad teams, and they won the damn Super Bowl.
Right.
Fuck off.
Right.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch my fucking shitty team play like shit. And when Brady ain't here, I still want to go to the games.
Yeah.
They're gonna fucking lose. I gotta get lost.
That's fine.
Gotta get used to some fucking losses.
Because part of the trip is
yeah,
like
we're going for
is
the
the
game,
destination. Like yeah, we go obviously like you just
That's
said.
why
we're
I'm
going
so
for
on the
game.
fence for next year. Is like so far I went to New Orleans, I
Right.
went to Nashville, and we went to go see Jones this year.
Right.
Like I like the trips. I want to go.
Right. It's more so like just
They
the
fucking
travel.
hey
Travel.
they do lose games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And if Edelman just holds on to that ball, they ain't losing.
Right. Right.
Blame him, not me.
Yeah.
I didn't fumble it.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's another funny thing too. When they're like, when people think that like what they're doing in their living room or what someone does in the stands that affects what happens on the field.
Yeah. Well, luckily
Get the
I
fuck outta
can
here.
just blame you and Vinny because
Yeah.
you guys haven't been to a road win yet. So
No, that's true.
it's on you guys.
Yeah, that's fine. So my final thought is last week, right before we left, I heard about this story that this guy I think he got pulled over or something, and he got a DUI, and there's been like a bunch of shit with him in his life where people have like suspected that he's drunk at his job and he's like just hammered all the time. Everyone thought he was like a closet alcoholic, but he couldn't figure it out. He swears up and down he wasn't drinking. His blood alcohol level, I think when he got pulled over, was like 0.4, which is like near death.
Close to death.
So come to find out, he goes to the hospital.
Yeah.
He has this
I remember this,
condition.
but I forget what the.
He has this condition called auto-brewery syndrome, which means that anytime he eats carbohydrates, his body turns it and ferments it into alcohol. So this guy can eat like an Italian sub and just get cocked out of his mind.
That's.
So
So you're a biology guy.
yeah.
Is that even possible?
Yeah, it has to be because it's a thing. It's a legitimate diagnosis. There are people that have it. He's not the only one.
What?
It's got to be something in like the digestion process, and it has something to do somewhere where it ferments. I don't know. I don't know where in the chain that it breaks down, but I would guess it has potentially something to do with like pyruvate or something like that. I don't know.
Probably bore us out
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. But so I don't know. I just like I saw that, and then I saw like there was a doctor that like commented on it and said that people with auto-brewery syndrome can exist with much higher blood alcohol levels. So this guy being at 0.4, it's enough to kill a normal person. Not us, obviously, because we're fucking booze bags. But a lesser man.
I might die at 0.4.
A lesser man would die at 0.4.
I might die at 0.4.
But these
Not that
people
big.
can get up to like 0.5 and still like be okay.
Half of their blood.
Yeah. They can get ridiculously high amounts of alcohol and just be fine. Well, not fine, they're drunk, but they can just not die, essentially,
Yeah.
is what happens. They can live with much higher blood alcohol rates. I'm like, holy shit. Can you imagine though?
With not
I
being
don't
able to eat
know-
a fucking bagel without getting shit housed.
I don't know if
How
I
do
would
you-
enjoy
wait,
that or not.
How do you do a night of drinking and then eat pizza at the end of it?
Right? Then maybe you die.
'Cause I mean, if we can drink ourselves to 0.2 ourselves, and the pizza gets us,
Yeah.
to whatever, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I know. Like, I don't know if I would like that or not. Because, I mean, you just show up to a bar with, like, a slice of bread. Everyone's like, oh, you want a beer? Nah, I'm good.
You got
I'm
rolls?
just gonna eat my bread.
Yeah, if you got rolls, I'm good.
You'd save a fuck ton of money at bars. But,
Yeah,
like,
you'd be
you
hammered
also
You'd be hammered all the time.
should be hammered all the time.
Do you get hungover?
I don't know. I don't know.
We need to get this guy on the show. I need to know more.
Right? It's like, yeah,
Because drunk
you
without a
have to
hangover
go.
would be interesting.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. You'd have to go like full keto kid. Like you'd have to go straight keto in order to never get drunk.
I wonder if it's just certain types of carbohydrates, or if because like, how do you not eat, like, you're gonna tell me you're gonna eat broccoli and get annihilated?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't know how the
I
world
don't- yeah,
allows
I
such
don't-
a thing.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
I'll say, I don't know what fucking star alignment or FBI, or I don't know what agency we need to, like, something can't just allow that to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I'm eating carrots and now I'm fucking stumbling.
Now I'm hammered.
It just can't be possible.
But like, I also think that this guy is like a man. He's a guy. He's not like a child. So I would assume he's had this disorder his entire life, and he's just figuring out what the fuck it is now. Like, how do you not, like, when you're like 16, 17, 18, be like, I feel like I'm drunk like all the time.
I mean, they may just call it like celiac and just said, okay, yeah, we'll see ya.
Yeah, I mean, they could have. I don't know, someone fucked up somewhere.
Dude, there's much easier things to figure out that they don't, so.
Yeah. This is true.
I can't figure out why my back hurts. Oh, did you rest it for 2 weeks? What?
I thought you said 2 hours. Yeah, so I mean, that's auto-brewery syndrome. I don't know. Like I said, jury's still out. I think I wouldn't mind it, though.
I don't think I'd like it.
It'd be interesting. But it would be one of those things I'd want to try. I'd be like, I'll do this for like a month, and then I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, it seems way more annoying than anything else. Because then it's like...
Because then you can't do anything because you're drunk all the time.
Yeah.
You can't really drive. You suck at walking. I'm sure your speech is probably slurred all the time. You're just drunk.
Well, if everyone thinks you're an alcoholic, and that'd be annoying as fuck.
Right.
Yeah. Can't do anything.
All right. Well, that's that. We survived our first show after the Baltimore trip. Hopefully tomorrow I start finally feeling better. Thanks for watching on YouTube, and thanks to everyone that's listening. Make sure you subscribe on both, and keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody about the show. If you enjoy it, hopefully everyone else does too. And you can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, and you can also find us on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks. So until next time, good night, everyone.